Well, this is an important fact. I do agree with you. The problem is, PenFed does not provide business loans. So how do you actually bypass this situation and have something in place? This is why in today's conversation, I want to talk to you about the $50,000 PenFed personal loan for business use. How to properly apply so you can get approved right away. Don't you go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sir Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee, or tea, or vodka, and let's roll. In today's conversation, boss, I want to talk to you about the $50,000 PenFed personal loan for business use. How to properly apply so you can get approved right away. Now, you probably listen to me right now. You are a business owner or you're an entrepreneur, and you're just you love PenFed and you're trying to get a loan from them to actually expand your business or take care of business, whatever it is. Okay. And so we are going to think about strategies to make that happen. First thing is you need to understand, what are we talking about here? You need to familiarize yourself with PenFed Personal Loan. Talk to me, boss. Do you understand this PenFed Personal Loan? Well, this is a loan that allows you to have a soft pull. So they're not really checking your credit right away. They're doing a soft pull. Okay, you can check your rates on the website. You can see your rates. You can see your loan options with no harm to your credit. And this is really wonderful. So we're talking about a loan with a maximum amount of $50,000. Terms up to 60 months. That's 5 years. Okay, the APR can go as low as 4.99%. This is really good. And no early payoff penalty, no origination fee, no hidden fees. So this is really good. So the setup is really interesting. And in terms of FICO score, they could actually approve you if you have a FICO as low as 600. We have seen people actually get approved with a FICO of 585, but those people had a strong relationship with PenFed. So when we talk about this loan, this is not just a loan you can get for personal use. No, you can use it for business purposes also. Okay, and the cool thing is that when you check your rate without affecting your credit score, guess what? PenFed will actually give you multiple pre-approved offers. So you have different loan amounts and different maturities and whatnot. Okay, and you can receive your money real quick. So the loan, this personal loan, you can use it for debt consolidation, home improvement, transportation, medical and dental, life and events. But the cool thing is, PenFed has not specifically said you can't use this for business purposes. Let me repeat that. PenFed has not said specifically that you cannot use this loan for business purposes. Okay, so the first step, the first hack is you need to familiarize yourself with this PenFed personal loan. The second hack is you need to contact the institution. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sitting here telling you that you should just take my word for it. PenFed does not have restrictions as to the use of loan proceeds. We call them to ask, and they confirm this. But I'm not telling you just to take my word for it. Boss, I want you to contact them yourself, okay? You want to have a clear idea that you're complying with the rules. It's important, okay? So either way, the big question is, should you tell them if they ask you about the loan purpose? Well, the answer is, that's up to you. Honestly, that's up to you. I'm not sitting here. I'm not telling you to lie on your application form or whatnot, but you need to see what really works for you. One thing for sure, they have no restrictions whatsoever as to the use of loan proceeds. You can take the cash as long as you qualify for the money. You can take the money to expand your business. Let's say, for instance, you are running a sole proprietorship. Let's say you are an independent contractor. Okay, you are doing a construction, you have a construction sole proprietorship, and you just need money. And the thing is, you want to get the cash real quick, because the thing is, when you are looking for a personal loan, sometimes the application process is a lot faster than when you are asking for a business loan. Okay, and the cool thing is that you always have the option to actually see if you're interested in a loan offer, because they will give you several offers. Okay, they'll give you several offers, and you want to actually compare and see, compare and contrast whatever work for you. So you want to check PenFed. When I'm talking about checking PenFed, I'm also talking about comparing the loan that the loans they give you. So think about how much you can borrow, the APR, the annual percentage rate, the fees, the repayment terms, okay, the minimum credit score and income needed to qualify, and the funding speed. They want to give you the money in 1 or 2 days. Can you wait? Okay, so those are things I want you to think about here. And when we talk about checking PenFed, that's not just asking them the question. It's about asking yourself, boss. Ask yourself whether or not that loan, with the terms, with the monthly payments, with if you can afford it. In other words, do you generate enough revenue to take care of those monthly payments without any problem? Okay, so those are things I want you to think about here. Step number 3, I want you to be clear. Okay, so that's really the third hack. You want to find out first why you need a PenFed personal loan, and make sure you are ready. Yeah, boss. So you probably want to take the PenFed personal loan for business use. The question is why? Why? The thing is that can't you if you had a business, why couldn't you get a normal business loan? And the question is, you want to consider monthly debt payments. In other words, can you afford those payments? I mean, how do they fit in your budget? This is important. Okay, and let's say you are generating $5,000 and you are paying $4,000 or $3,500 in loan or in debts already. That's kind of high. You will not be able to pay off a new loan. And don't you try to razzle dazzle me with, oh, I can do this. I can actually get more revenue from here, and I can really no. Hey, no. Don't try to razzle dazzle me here. We are talking about a high DTI. What you have right now is a high DTI. If you have a high debt to income ratio, you will not be able to afford that PenFed loan. So let's just stop right there and not making a mistake. And no. So the thing is, you need to find out why you need a PenFed personal loan. You need to determine the current activity, the current economic activity that you currently have, the business you're running, and make sure that in terms of cash flows, you are ready to you could repay the loan. Okay. And by the way, we're not sitting here telling you to go solo. Come on, boy. The thing here is that if you want to, you might consider additional applicants, right? Because the thing is, if you have a low FICO score or you have a low resources, talk to me about a co-applicant. Talk to me about a co-signer. Now, I'm not telling you to go and just start asking people, do you want to be my co-signer? Blah, 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 blah. No. Talk to your spouse. Talk to your cousin. Talk to your relative. That it has to be somebody trustworthy, okay? So you can actually beef up your application. Make sure that you, from a FICO score of, say, 585, with that co-applicant, your FICO score together goes to maybe 650, all right? And you need to think about why you need to borrow the money, okay? The thing is, sometimes a personal loan is kind of flexible. We know you can use the loan for debt consolidation, or you want to cover a major expense, family issues, stuff going on, okay. But on the business side, why do you need the money? Do you have a new project that you want to finance? Do you want to have you actually applied for a government contract and you have been successfully you have received the contract? What do you need the money for? Hack number 4, boss. I want you to listen to here, and this hack is really important. You want to check your FICO. I don't care whatever happens, whatever. You need to check your FICO. You have good credit. You have poor credit. You want to do me a favor here. I mean, is anybody listening? Anybody home? We need to really emphasize this point. You need to check your FICO. You have a 725 or 525 or 425 and whatnot. You need to check your FICO. because the thing is that your FICO score will have an important impact on the offers, that the final offers. Remember, PenFed will give you a series of pre-offers, pre-approved offers, okay? But your final offer will be totally different if your FICO score has it has some kind of your FICO score, because they will do a hard pull anyway. Before closing the loan, they will do a hard pull, and they might change their offer based on your score. So it's really important. And if you want to check your credit score, consider a free credit scoring website. We have talked about this on other shows, right? We're speaking about what? Credit Karma. We have annualcreditreport.com. This is a website that Congress has mandated for everyone to actually check their credit score at least once a year. Okay? This is good. So you want to actually avail yourself of that. And the cool thing is that website, annualcreditreport.com, allows you to see all your 3 credit reports. We're not just talking about TransUnion. We're speaking about Equifax and Experian. This is pretty cool, right? So you have Credit Karma, annualcreditreport.com. You have Nerd Wallet. You have Wallet Hub and whatnot. You have a lot of players here. Or you can actually check your credit card provider. A lot of credit card issuers these days allow their cardholders to have constant access to their credit scores. So this is important. So we know that Discover offers that, Capital One offers that service, okay? And so this is really good. So when you get your credit score, please, you want to pay attention to a lot of things. But remember that when you have the number, your credit score, the number, if you have a 300 to 579, that's poor. 580 to 669, that's fair. 670 to 739, that's good. 740 to 799, that's very good. An exceptional goes from 800 to 850. Okay, and the thing is, don't worry about if you check your credit score yourself, your score will not go down. Okay, so don't you really worry about, oh, I don't want to check my credit because no, you're not risking any drop. Hack number 5, I want you to get ready. Okay. And I was talking to you earlier about your debt to income ratio. Now I want to dig a little deeper here. If you want to use your $50,000 PenFed personal loan for business use, if you want to be approved ASAP, you want to pay attention to your debt to income ratio, boss. Did you hear that? Is anybody really listening? I mean, that's important. Don't you just go around and just get your ass denied by PenFed and just, like, oh yeah, I have a high FICO. How come they denied me? Come on, boss. No, we are talking about making sure that, because you can have a high income, you can have a high FICO, but if you have a high debt to income ratio, PenFed will deny your ass. They will deny your ass. And what do we mean by a high FICO, a high DTI? We are speaking about in general, though, and then in general, anything that is above 40%. 40%. The sweet spot is 30%. So the DTI is what? Your DTI is basically the portion of your income that you allocate to debt servicing. Let me repeat that. Your DTI is the portion of income that you allocate to debt servicing. Let me just give you an example. Let's say you are making $5,000 a month. That's gross income. DTI is always on a gross income basis, okay? $5,000 a month. And you're spending $3,000 to repay all kinds of loans. We are speaking about what? We are speaking about your car loans, your mortgage, your credit card debts, your personal loan, and whatnot. So if you divided 3,000 by 5,000, what do you get? Help me out here. 60%. Okay, so 60%, that's 3,000 divided by 5,000, you get 0.60, and you multiply that by 100, that's 60%. So right off the bat, 60% is kind of high. You want to be around 30%, as I said, 30 to 40%. And so your DTI is important because it tells PenFed and other lenders, for that matter, whether you are a risky or whether you are a risky borrower or not. And this is important. And so the whole idea, your whole strategy, boss, your whole strategy is to constantly lower your DTI, okay? So you can increase the amount you pay monthly toward your debt. You can avoid taking on more debt, Okay, so you want to consider reducing the amount you charge on your credit cards and trying to postpone applying for additional loans, boss. Okay, don't you live beyond your means? Come on now. You want to postpone large purchases so you are using less credit. Okay, and you also want to recalculate your debt to income ratio monthly to see if you're making progress. So before you even contact PenFed to apply for their loan, you want to make sure you are in the 30 to 40% category in terms of your DTI. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another session of the Awesome Story Kiwi Show. We are also having a conversation about the $50,000 PenFed personal loan for business use. We are just having a lot of fun here. So, hack number 6: you want to plan. Yeah, you want to plan. What do I mean by planning? You need to actually anticipate what kind of documentation, what kind of requirements PenFed is going to ask you. Okay, and so when we talk about, first of all, income verification. So PenFed is going to verify your income, and they do so through pay stubs, retirement statements, bank statements, or tax returns, depending on your income situation. Okay, and they will verify also your identity. So they may request a copy of your government-issued photo ID, such as an unexpired passport or driver's license, a copy of your latest utility bill, and/or a copy of your social security card. Okay, and the thing is that they will send you a personalized link in an email, so you can actually upload your information there. Okay, and remember that if you have a co-borrower, you can have a co-borrower, by the way. If you have a co-borrower, they'll also ask you, they'll ask the same information about the co-borrower. Okay, and so this is basically, this is what I mean by planning. It's important to understand that when we talk about, I was just talking to you about income and loan verification. Sometimes PenFed will go really further, especially if you're asking for a large loan, let's say 45 grand or 50 grand, they might ask for more stuff. So pay stubs, tax returns, W-2s and 1099s, bank statements, employer contact information. Sometimes they will contact the employer directly to verify employment. Okay, and it's really important to have that in mind, and you better have a checking account, because they want to see so when I was talking to you about bank statements, they want to see direct deposits every month or every 2 weeks or every week. They want to see that direct deposit. Now, you don't have to open an account at PenFed before you apply, but once you apply, if you want to be approved, you need to have a checking account at least, and but your direct deposit can be located elsewhere. But what I'm trying to say here is they want to make sure you have a legit source of income. So when I'm talking about planning, those are things I want you to pay attention to. 2 important things, okay? I mean, actually 3 things, not 2, 3 things: liquidity, identity, okay, and employment. So liquidity, you want to demonstrate that you have enough cash flows to repay the loan. Identity, they will ask you for a series of documents to actually provide, and that's fine. And the third one is so the cash flows. So you need to be able to demonstrate that. So you have identity, liquidity, and and cash flows. No, liquidity is cash flows. So the third thing is income. Yes, third thing is income. So you need to provide employment and income sources. So hack number 7, and this is a very important hack. You got to be flexible. Okay, the thing is that you might do everything. You might listen to all the shows possible. You might actually you might actually plan everything, but something may happen, and the PenFed algorithm may not like you, at least at this point in time. So you might be denied. Okay, but the thing is, don't panic. No, there is still hope. It's all about just studying why you were denied and trying to find ways to actually come back and reapply. In the meantime, you can consider alternatives. There are a lot of alternatives out there. Okay, I don't want you to think, oh, this is the end of the tunnel for me. No. There is light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, the thing here is that there are a lot of players, there are a lot of lenders that will allow you to get a personal loan and use that loan for business purposes. For example, you have Lightstream. Lightstream is a division of Truist Bank, okay, and they have a great loan. They allow you to use their personal loan for business purposes, and their APR goes from 5% to 20%. Very good. And they have a good minimum credit score requirements. They ask for 530, 540. You have Upstart. You can use Upstart for business purposes. Their loan at least, okay, and they have a great APR that goes from 4.5% to 36%. In terms of FICO score, 600 minimum. You have a lending club. Also, they have a loan that allows you to actually to use the loan for business purposes. So, but their APR is a little high. It's not a little high, but it's okay. It's decent. The APR goes from 7% to 36%, and you can apply with a co-borrower, not a problem. You have Freedom Plus. This is another player, and they have an APR that goes from 8% to 30%, and they want you to have a good or excellent credit. So what I'm trying to say here is that you do have options, okay? You do have options, and it's a good idea to use a personal loan for small business purposes when you have exhausted all financing activities, all financing avenues rather, okay? If you have good credit and you can secure a low APR, this is good, this is great. And if you are confident in your ability to repay the loan also, okay? And but it may be a good idea to use a business loan when you are an experienced business owner that sports strong company financials. If you're intending to borrow a large amount, let's say above $50,000, or if you are borrowing for a specific purpose, okay, in that case, I'm just going to tell you to not apply for the PenFed Personal Loan. Look elsewhere. All right, folks, this is the end of today's conversation. I was talking to you about the $50,000 per PenFed personal loan for business use, how to properly apply so you can get approved right away. Hack number 1, understand. Hack number 2, check PenFed. Hack number 3, be clear. Hack number 4, check your FICO score. Hack number 5, get ready. Hack number 6, you want a plan. And hack number 7, be flexible. Thank you so much for your attention, folks. I will talk to you another time. And before then, remember, stay marvelous.